Hey there, everyone. It's Scurvy. So while recording this video, um, my OBS decided to bug out on me. So, yeah, you're getting the audio like this. I'm not really gonna do any editing with it, like I did with the dating profile video. But I do want you guys to, I guess, listen to what I have to say while you're watching me opened some packs of the latest Hearthstone set. I was talking about some pretty interesting topics, which I'll probably go back over. You're probably not going to get commentary for the entirety of this video because I could only talk for so long. Let's be real. um, but I was impressed with how long I could talk. So, I mean, I'll definitely try to, I guess, recreate it here through Audacity. Um, but I think the first thing I was talking about was, I guess, 2 days in my dating profile. As I said in my previous video that I made about me setting up a dating profile, it's a, I mean, I gotten no matches so far. Uh, I mean, it is the second day. I am gonna try to have some patience with this because I know dating apps tend to create a sort of instant gratification kind of effect. Like that's why a lot of people my age tend to use them. I think that's something I also forgot to mention in that video was just like the instant gratification. The app that I'm using, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I think the app that I'm using is less about like instant gratification. You actually get to see a little bit more about somebody. You can even I guess hear their voice too. Although I think that's kind of giving you guys a little clue as to what I'm using. But basically, it's actually far easier to vet for like red flags on something like the app that I'm using compared to something like Tinder. Um, you could even say that it could be a little too easy at times, especially if you're someone like me. Um, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm being a little picky, even though I do have some extra pounds I'm shedding off. Like when I was recording this video, I literally got back from the gym, had my lunch, did all that. Um, so I was very excited to open these packs up. Like I've been waiting for this set for a while. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. Um, so I actually did see some pretty good profiles. Like I don't think like because of the age bracket that I'm kind of looking at right now. Like I'm 22, so I'm kind of looking like 20 to my age, and I've seen some like pretty good profiles. Like and it's like there are some people there that that I actually would like to I guess get to know better, but looks like they haven't well, I guess liked my profile, so looks like that ain't happening. But jokes aside, it's like comparing my use of Tinder like back when I wasn't as like red pilled as I am now about like how all this shit works. And I even had my brother and sister help me out with the profile as well. It wasn't just all me. And if I'm being frank, I don't really have that many pictures of myself. Like I'm not a fan of like taking selfies. Like I don't mind being in like photos and such, but it's like uh, as long as it's somebody else has to take it because I suck at taking photos. Let's be real. Um, and so those are like the pictures I mainly use, like of I guess other people taking my pictures. I know that to some it could be like oh it might be could be like a like a girlfriend that or ex girlfriend that took the picture. Although I mean I guess for me you see a picture of like a chick and her friend, it's just like yeah, it could be like, maybe an ex-boyfriend. There's always the possibility of that. But judging by kind of like, and considering that you can have like, you could have up to like 6 pictures, and I think that kind of incentivizes people to kind of choose like their best photos. Um, like I think that I think that does something kind of good. Like you could actually see, I don't know, like some of their best moments. Like it like compared to, I guess, something like Tinder. Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there is still some aspects of lying on there. I think that's just kind of natural for these apps. Um, but I could tell it's like, these are people like just kind of showcasing, their memories, some of their like they're probably less, for some people, less like risque photos. Um, like that's the thing. Like, and that's kind of what I'm looking for as actual relationship material, not just like a not just like a one night stand or something. Like those don't really interest me anymore. Like, or at all, really, I should say. Um, but also, I guess what I notice is like, I'm surprised that I'm not really matching with anybody of my looks match, you could say. I mean, I kind of predicted that this might be the case, but it's just like, yeah, I know. I gained I gained a little bit of weight since I moved here to my new state, but now that I've developed some pretty good fitness habits, I'm trying to do the same with like what I eat. So then, think I think 2 weeks time I'll be looking a little bit better. It's still summer, so I could put in the effort to really like slim down. And considering I have a pretty fast metabolism, like there's that. I have that advantage too. Um, but I guess for now it's just like I'm gonna try my best to be patient. Probably not like as much as I've been looking for like a relationship for a long time, it's like you still have to do some work even on like an app. I knew that it's still there's still some work, but I didn't think the work would would be like swiping on people's pictures. Um and yeah, when it comes to, I guess, the actual chatting part of it, it's like, I still have that to worry about too. Like, even if on the rare chance somebody actually does like my profile, and both of us liked each other's profiles, like, it's a match or whatever, um, there's still the chance that she'll probably be like an entitled bitch, to put it as politely as I could. Um, yeah, but I guess something else I was talking about in this recording was the Beavis and Butthead revival. I think I might make a review of it probably not when it comes out. I'd probably say end of August. Kind of recently got into Beavis and Butthead, like, I can't stop doing their damn voices either. It's the funniest thing, even though it makes like my family so annoyed at me at times. But I mean, I know they're my family, so we're all kind of annoying to each other. But we love each other at the end of the day too. So there's that. But I like I I got into it around the time that Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe came out. Like, and I was familiar with the dynamic duo before. Like, I wouldn't say when I was like a kid, but more like when I was like a young teenager. But basically, it's like I think we kind of need a show like the revival of Beavis and Butthead because as much as I love South Park, it could get a little preachy at times. I know it's a bit of a criticism, and don't get me wrong, I do love the points that South Park makes from like most of the time. Um, but I also think we just need like a show that's like just primarily dumb fun. Like there's not enough of that. Like you have so many shows that are just trying to like make a point, and some of those points are better than others. I mean, I know literally second semester senior year, I was watching BoJack Horseman like crazy because I love the point that it makes, and it's that kind of and it's that kind of show, especially after those shitty first few episodes. Like, anyways, I don't want to go too far into BoJack Horseman. I'm trying to stick with Beavis and Butthead here. But we kind of do need a show like that, and yeah, and even then, sometimes there is some really good satirical like comedy from those two as well. I mean, there's like I think there's this really notable scene in Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe of when they're at the college, but that's all I'm gonna say. It's a really funny scene. It's probably on YouTube. But I'd recommend you actually watch the actual movie. I think it's pretty funny, and I can't wait to kind of see how they're gonna what they're gonna be doing in the 2022 revival. Um, but yeah, I'm certainly not gonna do my Beavis and Butthead impersonations on like the first date or something. Not gonna be doing that. Um, and then also, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I remember. I was also talking about like how it shocks me how Mike Judge hasn't lost the ability to do the Beavis and Butthead voices. Like, it is shocking to me after all this time, from the 90s and even the 2011 revival. Like he still has it, which is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. And and I've heard of voice actors like actually forgetting how to do the voices of their most like popular characters because they haven't done them in so long. Like Eric Stewart, the voice of Brock from Pokemon, and Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! He couldn't do the voice of Brock for the longest time until I think it was like a few years ago, to my knowledge. And I actually learned that from a video from voice actress Cassandra Lee Morris. She voices many characters in many video games and anime. But it's like it's shocking to me that it's like you think that they'd be able to remember how to do like the voices that they're known for. Like I bet if you asked like Jason Griffith, the voice actor of Sonic before Roger Craig Smith kind of took over, basically if you were to ask him to do Sonic today, he might have a bit of a hard time doing it. Like I know the first English voice actor for Sonic in the games, Ryan Drummond. Like there was I think like a recent interview that he did, and it's just like he doesn't really sound like Sonic anymore, and that's primarily because of age. Like I mean those like Sonic Adventure 2 came out like 20 years ago. Sonic Adventure, same deal, came out like 20 years ago. Crazy how life kind of flies by like that. But aside from that, like, it's just crazy. Like, it really is just crazy. And then I guess continuing on, I was also just talking about like like the decks that I'm looking forward to building in this set as well. Like, this is a Hearthstone video after all. I should be talking Hearthstone. So I'm looking forward to kind of touching up on my Evolved Shaman deck, and building a Totem Shaman. Now that they actually have a card that could actually make the totems less of a I guess annoyance and more of something that you should actually be dealing with. Thanks to a card called the Stone Right. And then, as you'll see probably earlier in the video, my first legendary that I got was Lady Enerva Darkvein, and I'm probably gonna be experimenting with her in my my main Warlock deck. And it's mainly because I do run some powerful shadow spells, and double twisting nether that will stop those annoying like res priests with their crazy death rattle effects that bring back 2 minions. So there's that. Although it might also hamper me as well, but probably will have to run some. That's probably something I could use, like Touch of the Nathrazimon or the shades that she summons, to kind of get a free twisting nether, 2 twisting nethers. That's crazy. That's gonna be crazy. And then I did find some other good stuff. I got a lot of legendaries in this video. And there's probably still some that are going to be opened up a little later. This is an audio recording after I recorded the video, so I kind of forget where and when things happen. But regardless, I also want to talk about the set itself. To say the least, like, as soon as it was available for pre-order, this is one of the few sets that I actually did that for. And I'm just like I'm just like, oh, they finally made a set about the Shadowlands. Like, and I actually did have a custom Hearthstone set based on the entirety of the Shadowlands, not just Revendreth. But I am just like, oh my god, finally that Blizzard is doing stuff that is actually related to current WoW. I mean, you have the Sunken City, Nazjatar, like, that was the previous set. I didn't pre-order for that because I think I was just trying to save my money a bit there. I was still in college, so. But as soon as a murder at Castle Nathria was announced, I was just like, whoo, lordy. And the fact that Daddy Denathrius is the hero for the pre-order bonus, woo, sign me up. But continuing on about the set, basically, the mini set is going to be taking place in the Maw, and this is because Hearthstone artist, I don't think he meant to leak some of those like cards. I think he was just trying to post a portfolio of his work. I hope he's not fired. But it's taking place in the Maw because we have artwork of I guess things that are related to the Maw. I mean, you have like some Maw guards and like moss, literal Mossworn. So I'm hoping the jailer is gonna be a card like that. That would be sweet. That would be really sweet. Like, and I'm somebody who really likes the Shadowlands story. I love the whole expansion. If you ask me, it's like best one they have ever made. I'm pretty hyped for Dragonflight too, but I'll probably talk about that in a different video. But in general, I'm glad that they're gonna be doing the mini set in the Maw. A lot of creative opportunities, and the fact that they're already using so many like law puns, it's like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. But what else was I talking about in the recording? I mean, I guess I could go back to talking about my my dating profiles and such. Well, just the one. I don't have a I don't have another. For the remainder of the runtime of the video, I guess I'll do that. Once again, video is insanely unscripted, so yeah. So I guess lastly, what I want to talk about is I guess how my profile I guess started out because I'm not gonna lie, I did feel a little a little screwed over by the app because I was it didn't place the photos that I was looking that I wanted to have first. So they saw a picture, I have a picture of a shorter friend and me, and so they must have probably thought I was the shorter guy, and it's like no, I'm the taller one. I'm 6'3", and yeah, I do have my height stated in the bio. I think you have to do that, and basically it's like I'm not gonna say it was over before it even began. Like I'm not that type of person most of the time. Um, but I think this is since I was able to kind of fix things around, just kind of make sure that I don't look like a robot or anything, because there are people who I will say I think it's mainly chicks who do this, especially the cam whores, as I mentioned in the previous video about my profile, about why I'm making a dating profile. Um, but they sure do exist. But I think on this app that it's a I think it's on one hand it's harder to kind of spot out. At the same time, it's not. It's a weird conundrum that I'm not sure if conundrum is the word to, I guess, describe this, but um, basically you just have the app kind of relies on you for your to kind of vet people out. If they're not going to be a good fit, then they're not don't have to just press the X button. Although that sounds like it's a PlayStation controller. No, it's not. But it kind of does make me think that it's I know this is something Better Bachelor likes to talk about a lot, is why how women being so damn picky is part of the reason why they're their own worst enemy. And that made me realize something. It's we as guys, we're supposed to be the picky ones. It's granted, I don't I don't think, and I don't expect women to kind of fawn all over us, but at the same time, it's just we as guys, to me, if you're able to kind of vet people for red flags properly, you're able to actually kind of surpass your biological instinct of I want to fuck real bad. I think you're probably gonna do far better in dating, but also far better in life. And this is coming from a guy who describes himself as an opportunist. Largely when it comes to jobs. With dating, it's there are a lot of similarities between dating and finding a job. Although I'm actually surprisingly having people say, "Hey, we like your application. Why don't you join us?" I'm finally getting that. So I think if you ask me, finding a job is a little easier than dating, but that's because of personal experiences. Your experience will differ from mine, and that's okay. Um, But getting back to, I guess, picking and choosing, it's like, as guys, like, I don't think I really want, and like, even the most desperate thirsty simp, like, I still think if they put in the effort, they actually learn how to be a man, you could say, that I think they'll actually have some far better success in life as a whole. And I think that's because it's like, we as men, that's kind of our job to like pick and choose, like, not only our partners, but like, I mean, in a more modern setting, our jobs. Like, we do think, we do want a good job. I guess for me, since I'm gonna be going to grad school in like, a year or something, um, I'm just kind of looking for something to kind of like, something to do. I mean, I'm looking, I'm certainly looking for something. Like, I don't mind being, like, I don't mind working in like a restaurant. So there's that. Um, but other than that, oh, I thought I wouldn't be talking for this long. I but now I kind of ran out of steam again. But um, I think, in this last minute, I'll use this as kind of a preview for, I guess, the next videos I want to work on. I kind of like to do that at the end now of these. And I think the first video is gonna be, what is that? What is the truth video? I said that I would work on. Um, like, I know that's gonna be in the works, and I think that's probably gonna be the next one. I just need to record some more footage so that way I could make these videos, a little bit easier. I mean, it's not all that much. I mean, I just drag gameplay to my video editor and, record some audio on Audacity like I'm doing right now. Um, but yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. I think that's gonna be the next video where I actually really plan to like draft something out rather than just kind of spitball like I'm doing here. But other than that, um, when the mini set comes out, expect a video for that too.